What was the question again?
Are you looking for someone in particular?
I already said no.
Okay.
Didn't I?
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna wander off then.
Alright. And Crazy Bob is on his way.
Meanwhile, I guess Hedra and I would be heading in that direction. Since we heard the cloak was found over there.
So they were on the bottles in the backpack?
Looks like it.
You meet up with Crazy Bob as you are headed over.
What ho, friend? Did you find anything?
Just a few monsters.
I see. Well, let's see if they've heard anything about our dear missing Mithin. I will head on over into the stables.
You know, the question is, why didn't we ask for her in the game hall?
This is also a good question, but... Well, we did look. I mean...
Well, look, he's not asking.
This is true. But we're already over here, so we might as well follow up this quest hook.
You stop in at the stables. You see much the same as what I described to Crazy Bob. The centaur caretaker trots up to you, gives each of you a careful look up and down, and nods his head approvingly, stroking his beard. Well, this is a rather unexpected surprise. Tell me, what can I do for you?
We're looking for a friend of ours who may have passed through. Goes by the name of Mithin, about yay high, dark hair, dark complexion.
Yeah, I recognize the name. General description there. What's your business with her? If you don't mind me asking.
That's no problem. We were supposed to meet her in the town, but it looks like she and the rest of her company were bushwhacked in the temple. Aye. They seem to have met some fate here.
Yeah, that'll happen. I haven't seen her lately, but I do remember she and her friends came through a couple days back on some horses. Their horses are right over there if you care to check them out. Horses are being tended to.
I don't suppose they had saddlebags or anything with them.
Saddlebags. Yeah. I think we got some here. She goes to the side shed and pulls out 3 saddlebags, dumps them at your feet. You gonna claim these for her?
Yes, I suppose we ought to.
Well, if you say. You gonna be taking the horses too, or we're just holding on to those for you?
I don't suppose we'll need those at the moment, so if you wouldn't mind, please hold on to them.
Alright, if you say so. We'll do just that for the time being here.
Alright, 3 horses.
Adjatha, quick question.
Yes.
You said stroking the beard and her.
Sorry, I misspoke. It is a guy.
Okay, just checking.
Yes.
And it looks like a guy. We'll have to stick our hand in this boy to find out for sure.
Bare-chested, you're
punch.
pretty sure it's a male centaur.
It could be a masculine hermaphrodite. Who knows?
Could be kelp.
I'm sure it is kelp.
He must die now.
Oh god, Kelp.
He's not nearly so nasty as Kelt. Knathis, you can make another search check.
Okay.
You're almost done with the books. You can't believe how terrible your luck is to have the book be in the last pile you're looking through.
It's always the last book you look in, right?
It's true. You have the saddle bags in front of you, and sifting through them, you find apparently some of the supplies that the agents were supposed to drop off with you. You find 4 bundles of 50-foot rope. You find a pouch of polished beads. There are pouches full of gems and small writs from the queen that have their seals broken. And you find a mirror. You're not sure if this is all of the contents or if the more valuable stuff was taken out, but for the time being, this is all you've got.
A mirror, I will just, on random buys, just cast Detect Magic on everything in here.
Everything.
It's a cone, it just detects.
Yeah. The mirror radiates magic, but none of the other items do.
Alright, I will identify the mirror. Boop. What's this?
36. So the mirror definitely has magic of a divination enchantment, though what the actual application of the divination is, you're not 100% sure. It's nothing that you've encountered in your wide and storied travels, so you would have to make an experiment of it to find out for sure.
I see. Well then.
So they can no spell check to study the magical energies.
No, looks like we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Fine by me. So these beads, do they look valuable at all, or are they just like marbles? Are they tender bait?
They look like marbles. You assume that the purpose was to throw them in front of you to set off any traps that might have hair triggers. About a third of them are missing from what would have filled the bag entirely.
Gotcha. Alright, let's go, I guess, trade these gemstones out for cold hard. Or do they accept gemstones as normal cash here, or?
Good question. You stop by the Wild Oats Tavern to ask, and the innkeeper explains to you that no, all of the vendors have deals where they are not allowed to accept gemstones for goods or services. You'll have to go to Hezekiah, the Sphinx, and the Camp of Beasts to get those changed out for cash.
Ah, well, good thing we were heading out there anyway, because fucking Mithin might be out there. Alright, let's go over there.
Alright, you head into the pyramid. It is, as I described, a large sandstone structure filled with silks, jars, pottery, works of art, all manner of indulgences. The Sphinx is a, I'm not sure what the term for it is, but basically bottom half is lion, top half is humanoid, and wings coming out of the humanoid half.
Alright.
Excellent.
He is lounging amid a huge pile of cushioned velvet pillows, and he's running several gems through one of his paws, staring at them appreciatively. He glances up just barely as you enter and then turns his attention back to the gemstones. Yes, what is it?
We would like to exchange some gemstones for coin, if we may.
Well, I mean, I'll certainly see what I can do. Why don't you go ahead and put them down just over there, and I'll get to it in just a moment.
Okay. I'll do as he asks.
He continues playing with his gems for a while, tail flicking back and forth apparently seeing just how long he can make you wait before turning his attention back to you.
Limitless patience.
Eventually he gets bored with the game, puts the gems down, and stands up, padding over to the table where you place the gems. He stoops down, takes out a small magnifying lens, places it to one eye, and studies each gem carefully. Yes, of course. Well, you've got 20 gemstones here, and each one is, I would say, not more than 100 gold worth of value. They're not very good. I'm a little disappointed, honestly. I thought you'd come better equipped to something like this. Well, in any event, I can gladly give you the 2,000 gold for them if you've got some means of carrying that much wealth.
I believe we can manage. My thanks.
I have a bag of holding.
Me too.
Awesome.
High five.
Waves a hand, and several servants that are dressed in flimsy silk that covers essentially nothing drag a large satchel and count the money out for you.
Good, good.
So you're new in town then, are you? I'm not very used to seeing people come up right away. Normally they head into the tomb for a bit and come out with treasure of worth. Seems like you're kind of wasting time in town, aren't you? Shouldn't you be heading along your merry path, trying to destroy the great evil plaguing the world?
That had been our intention, but the group we were sent here to meet seems to have gone on ahead and gotten themselves in trouble. Speaking of which, have you by chance noticed a dark-haired, dark-complexioned woman hanging about? We'd heard she might have been in your vicinity. Mithin was her name.
Dark-haired, dark complexion. Let me see. Oh, I think I have. Now, where was she last? Oh, yes. Would you please come forward? He motions to one of his servants standing in the corner. The servant is a imposing 8-foot-tall, monstrous creature with black bird skin and a long, pointed jackal snout for a head. He steps forward and appears to be dragging something behind him. As he steps into the light of the braziers, you see that there is a dark-skinned, dark-haired woman who is being dragged ass to ass with him. She is apparently nodded to him.
Well, we
She
find
looks-
her.
She looks completely delirious, barely capable of doing much more than panting and coming.
I see.
Isn't she lovely? I pass her from guard to guard. It greatly improves their morale.
That's horrible.
Oh, I don't think so. She's rather enjoying it. But I suppose that's why you're here, after all, to try and stop the terrible dangers that threaten the vast fabric of society.
Something to that effect, yes.
No, we're just gonna go in there, stop whatever's in there. Then we're gonna go kill all the humans.
You what?
What?
Well,
My goodness, I like you.
Nor
I
her.
suppose it would be the acme of futility to ask if you happen to know any good riddles, my little orcish friend. That would make the whole picture quite complete.
good riddle, you say. Let me think. Okay. Well, I'll give you 10 years to actually answer it. What is black? destroys the world, but it's also something you eat.
You?
Which is black, destroys the world, but is also something you eat. Oh my goodness, I like that one. I'll have to think it over a little bit.
Hmm.
Well, I must say, I'm rather taken with this friend of yours. I haven't met someone quite like you in a while. I say, I don't suppose you'd be interested, once you're done with this nonsense with the tomb, in helping me retake my kingdom. You see, my bitch of a sister took it over from me and banished me here, so I'm a bit in exile. But once I have some strong men-at-arms and women like yourself, I do believe we could take it back and rule quite successfully.
Well, it sounds better than going back and being like the fifth wife of some chieftain, so... Okay.
Outstanding. Oh, since your friend is no longer in a state to help you any, I suppose you want her belongings then?
Yeah, usually you try to, throw some water in the face, wake them up. Didn't exactly expect to see her in that state. Maybe tied to a horse or something like that, but...
No, I'm afraid she's quite out of it, and I don't think water is going to be the fix for that one.
Oh, but hold on the water long enough and they usually come around.
Perhaps, but it would ruin the appeal. You see, she's already acquired the scent of all of my guardsmen, and they prefer it that way.
Okay.
In any event, there were precious few items on her at the time, but I suppose they're yours if you wish to have them. I have no need for such trivial things as these. He has another servant bring out a small sack and empties the meager possessions of Mithin onto a table for you. Appears to be 2 daggers, a small journal, and a sealed note.
Ah, thank you.
Of course, of course. Well, I think over your riddle. I do have to say that it would be rude of me not to offer a riddle of my own. I'll even give you something to sweeten the pot. If you can guess the answer to my riddle, I'll give you a wonderful little prize.
Very well.
All right. Now, this one I'm rather proud of, but I really hate repeating it. So please, pay careful attention because I'm not going to say it again.
Can I get a pen and paper?
You can, if you want to type it out as I say it or something. But
I will.
I, the DM, am not going to be repeating this more than once. So please pay attention and let me know if my volume needs to be turned up.
Okay.
Just speak slowly, please.
He dreamt he soared above the earth, and there he met his peer. It was his bow, and she was worth all things that he held dear. And in the Sphinx's dream, he found what battle lacks. For combat, though it may seem fun, can soon overtax. But since its battle humans make, a narrow view it seems, name the 5 weapons you would take from the Sphinx's dreams.
Let's see. Bow, spear, axe, sword. Did anyone get the last part of the riddle? I missed a bit.
Take from an Sphinx's dream.
No, his bow, something, 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 all the way up to axe near the end. Like, I got bow, spear, axe, sword, but there's one more. Can I rewind Twitch TV? That is the question. No.
The viewers, Fin chat and what have you, trying to help out.
Oh, thank God they did.
So, what do we have?
Let's see, sword, spear, bow, axe.
Well, everything is still in a dream, so there's not actually real.
No, hold on. 5 weapons. It's a play on words. His spear is his spear. He's sword. His bow. Worth all things if you know. Overtax, lax. His battle lax. Axe. Overtax.
For overtax, that seems a bit out of place.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that's another axe. Like, could it be a second one?
Someone said that would be metagaming if like we take suggestions from people in chat. But
Wait. Yeah. Okay.
You're allowed to take suggestions from people in chat.
Okay. So the 5 weapons you take are a bow, a spear, an axe, a sword, and an arrow.
That's correct. My goodness, aren't you the clever bunch? It's almost as though you've got 100 people helping you.
Only one.
160.
Well, if you want to, but if you're just playing on words, it's one thing. If you want to be more precise, there's nothing to take from the dream except one weapon, the hope.
My dear, it's a riddle. The whole thing is figurative. But you have guessed it, so I will, with some dismay, admit that I did, in fact, not give you all of your dear friend's possessions. There were a few things that I hoped to keep for my own, but I'll give you those, and since you got everything, I'll even throw in an item from my personal collection, which, though I have no particular use for, is something that I really did want to hold on to till I figured it out.
Actually,
Yeah.
and begging your
Emotions.
pardon, would
Yeah.
there be a chance we could take Mithin with us?
Oh, I'm afraid I can't part with that. Indeed, I don't think she'd want to. And in any event, she's tied up at the moment. It would be a few hours until she's free to go. I suppose you can come back and check, but I don't know if anything's going to come of it. The servant brings out another satchel. This one is loaded to bear with 13 potions of extra healing.
Awesome.
Congratulations, donators. You're keeping the party alive from terrible riddles.
That's good shit.
Another servant brings out the final gift of the Sphinx, and they place it down in a wrapped box. Compliments of Hezekiah. I do hope you enjoy it. I wished I could have figured out exactly how it works, but you may find some entertainment from it at any rate. Who wants to unwrap the box?
Okay.
All right, Hedra steps up, throws the wrapping paper aside, takes a
What?
dagger out and
Throwing?
slices the ribbon off, pops the
Jeez.
top off, and inside there is an ornate purple vase about 8 inches high, about 3 inches large. It has paintings all up and down in little flowing gold script, and the top is stoppered.
Detect magic.
There's a powerful source of universal magic coming from the vase.
Alright. step 2, identify.
The identify spell falls short. It seems that the magic is inside, not part of the vase itself.
I see. Well, I suppose someone would have to open it.
But who?
But,
Let's see. I pop rage and open it.
everyone step back.
Hedra, infuriated by her over-eagerness at opening the box indelicately, throws open the bottle, and out peers a foggy mist that rolls on the floor before billowing up. Hedra, pick a gender.
Hermaphrodite.
Okay. And pick an age.
24. Just a minute.
Okay. Pick a bust size.
Let's see. B.
And pick a
38.
dick length.
Well, 8.
Okay. The mist resolves, and you realize that you were thinking of what it might be, and an image in your head is solidified. The smoke resolves precisely into the image that you saw in your head. There's a woman standing before you with pale blue skin and a dark black vest, barely covering up her B-cup breasts. She has a chain of gold coins around her waist with wispy silk hanging down between her legs, barely covering up the 8-inch cock that is hanging between her. Yes. She bows low and looks up at you. Mistress, how can I serve you?
I raise an eyebrow.
Well, I'm gonna be needing half an hour here, boys. I'll go away. Shoo.
I will just stand in the corner waiting for Mithquin, then, I suppose, while you resolve your issues.
I'll take pictures.
With
Give
what?
Magic.
All right. You take the genie in the back and, I don't know, use her as you wish. She is just as great as you mentally pictured her being.
Sweet.
You're going to let her
So-
come inside?
Hell no.
All right. She pulls out precisely in time and finishes up. She thanks you kindly for your amazing talent, and she bows low. May I humbly ask what the name of my mistress is?
Growl.
Mistress Growl, I live to serve only you.
Okay. Well, good to know.
That Sphinx fucked up if he couldn't figure out how this worked.
Usually the stuff you see like this as artifact or high-level magic can result in having your face blown off or, being transported into another world or, being turned human. So this face worse than death sometimes.
Being turned human, I see.
Yeah, I had a cousin.
Tell me, mistress, is there anything I can aid you with? I can grant wishes for you.
Oh, okay, I know